because he knows all things, he does nothing without intentionality. So if he allowed you to wake up this morning, you ought to live like God wanted you to live on purpose.
All my life I had to fight. I had to fight my daddy. I had to fight my uncles. I had to fight my brothers. Girl, child ain't safe in the family men's. But I ain't never thought I had to fight in my own house. I loves Harpo. God knows I do. But I kill him dead before I let him beat me.
You gotta be a new type of stupid to think that you could do me wrong, not apologize. Think that if you let time go by, you can hit me up and think you still got access to me.
Not around here.
My son's not raised by no coward, and they won't be one either. If this be the measure of a man, the yardstick gonna need way more meters. I take it too far so they never come up short, and that's an extended metaphor. So I ask you again, what's more dangerous? Someone who's not afraid to die, or one who's found everything to live for?
Yes, indeed. What's up, everybody, including Lottie Dottie? You already know what it is. It's your boy Retro, which you're on today. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice. And I'm going to be glad in it. Thank you for pressing play and join us here on tonight on the Retro Philosophy Show. Come one, come all, hit the play button and come on in the room. We won't be here too long, but hopefully long enough. As I often say, it don't take all day to do nothing, and you ain't got to be long to be strong. Let's make some noise if you know what I'm talking about on today. Yeah, let's make some noise right about there. All right, guys, again, thank you for pressing play and joining us here on tonight on the Retro Philosophy Show. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he has done for me, my soul cries out hallelujah, and I praise God for saving me. Now, listen here. Now, I ain't trying to get too churchy on you, but
listen, honey, this is shouting material.
I'm just
I don't
saying.
care who you are.
Yeah. I almost feel something deep down on the inside. All right. Let me calm down. Let me just stop. Guys, thank you for pressing play and joining us on tonight. Let me tell you this though. Real talk, all seriousness, a good praise is always in order. I mean, you might be sick in your body, a good praise is in order. You might be a little worried, a good praise is in order. You might be scared, and let me tell you this, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. But praise is in order. I don't care what you're going through, praise is always in order. Now, I had to say that because somebody needed to hear that. You may not know how the situation or situation is going to turn out, but if you have a praise on cock, if you have a praise, in the barrel, if you have a praise on deck, if you have a praise, come on, somebody, and then you're willing to release that praise. Bruh, sis, when I tell you it can do great things for your situation, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth. If you knows what I'm talking about, make some noise up in here on today, okay?
Now, honey, this is shouting material.
Okay. Let me calm down. But it is shouting material, and I'm preaching better than you praising right about now. Now, we didn't get on here to have church. We did that on Sunday. Yes, we did. I hope you had yourselves a great weekend and a great holiday. Thank you to all of those who have served so that we can have the liberties and the freedom and the pleasures that we have here in these United States of America, even though they don't really feel united all the time, but that's neither here nor there. We are grateful for those. Some all gave some, but some gave all, and so let's make some noise for all of our soldiers, past, present, and future. Because what they do and what they have done was great. And so I myself did not serve in any branch of the service, but I am thankful for those who did. My dad did, my uncles did, did my brother? Yeah, my brother even did for a short time, so again, thank you to all those who did. We got on here to talk about what's going on. Do you know what's going on in your neighborhood? Years ago, there was a commercial. I can't remember who reminded me of it. We were just talking about it the other day, and it must have been on it must have aired like in the 90s or 80s, somewhere around there. But it says, "Do you know where your children are?" And sometimes we know where they are, but we don't know what's going on. I remember back in my days, I used to hang out in this section of town over on Andrew Street, Cambridge Street. Okay. And I was in my teens, my early teens, and I would tell my mom I would spend the night over my friend's house, Hopes and Anderson, and because that was my homie, we was thick as thieves. And where you saw one, you usually would see at least, and when you saw one, you saw the three of us, if not the two of us. Okay. It was me, Hopeton, and Julian. And, but we would get over there and we would do everything we thought we were big and bad enough to do. And I would tell my mom I was over there, and I was, so she knew where I was, but she had no clue as to what was going on. And I'll leave that alone. I'm so glad in my era and in my day when I was coming up, we didn't have social media like we do today. Hey, boy, because everything is on the interweb, Okay, let's shift and let's move on. So we want to talk about what's going on, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on. And as it relates to the stuff that's going on, I think that we should use wisdom. We should be tactful. We should be careful. We should be cautious as to how we approach what's going on, because sometimes we're approaching things the wrong way, self included, but what we do when we do something wrong? We learn from it. Or at least we should. There's a saying, and you may have heard it, you may have even quoted it yourself: when you know better, you do better. And sometimes we can't do better until we acquire certain information. The Bible talks about wisdom, and it tells us it's the principal thing, but with all of our getting, get understanding. And wisdom, as I like to describe it, is the correct application of knowledge. Okay, so knowledge is simply information, stuff that you acquire, stuff that you gain, stuff that you collect. But what you do with what you acquire, gain, and collect, so on and so forth, is the key. Okay, so what are you doing with the knowledge you have acquired? Again, when you know better, you do better. Sometimes we make decisions based on the information that we have, based on what we know. And in retrospect, we would have done things differently had we had another level of information or enlightenment, right? Now, does that mean the decision you made was wrong? Not necessarily so. You made the best decision possible with the information you had at that particular time. So you did the best you could with what you had, right? And it may not have turned out too favorable or whatever. But be easy on yourself, because had you known that, you would have done things differently. So sometimes you have to chalk it up to experience. And we talked about that on Sunday briefly. The book of Romans, I believe it is. Tribulation worketh patience. Patience, experience, hope, and hope maketh not ashamed. And so sometimes we make decisions based on the information that we have, based on what we know. And it takes us to a place of tribulation. I don't know if you'll be honest enough with yourself, but I've made some decisions, and after making those decisions, I was like, OMG. And it brought me headache. It brought me turmoil. It brought me problems. As y'all would say, I don't want no smoke. Oh, it brought smoke. It brought smoke, fire, flames, and coals, gasoline, lighter fluid. I'm just being real with you. You understand what I'm saying? But hey, I made the best decision that I could at that particular time. So as it brought all the stuff that it brought, I had to learn. You see, when you go through something that's difficult, that's trying, that's troublesome, or whatever you want to call it, the way to make it easier to bear, the way to make it easier to navigate, the way to make it easier to go through is to make sure you are learning. Ain't no way in the world we should go through hell and come out empty-handed. If I'm going to go through hell, I got to come out of here with something. Yeah, I got to come out with something. And you got to realize that sometimes in the worst parts of your life, you gain the greatest lessons you could have ever imagined. Now, I often say that the good times are rewards for making it through the bad times. When you stop and think over your life, right, and you think about life, I want you to be honest. Did you learn more from the good times, or did you learn more from the bad times? For me, truth be told, again, the good times, they were rewards. from making it through the bad times. So I learned way more life lessons and things of that nature from bad times. I think it was Houdini, and they may have been quoting the Beatles. I don't know who the originator was, but when I first came across it was in a song that they were quoting the quote in a song. It's better to have loved and to have lost than to never have loved at all. I'm gonna just let that sink in for a minute, just for a moment. Just for a moment. But anyway, so sometimes we lose things, but in the process of losing what we lost, we learn the greatest lessons we could have learned. Sometimes in the midst of getting our hearts broken, we found out what true love really wasn't. Y'all hear me good now. Finding out what true love is one thing, but sometimes you can't find true love until you realize what true love is not. All right, y'all. I guess it's too late, and y'all ain't ready to hear this kind of stuff. Y'all getting ready to go to bed and everything. I understand. I'm getting ready to go to bed too. But again, sometimes it's not finding out what true love is. It's finding what true love is not before you can really identify what real love is. Let's make some noise if you believe that on tonight. And so what's going on in your life, folks? What's going on? The telephone lines are open. And, one of these days we ought to do an open couch session where you can just call up and say, Retro, I'm going through such and such. Pray for me. If you're going through something tonight, let me see. Do I have the telephone number available here? I think I may have put it up at one point. No, I know I did. Maybe it was on the other thing here. Well, anyway, if you know the number, then you already know what it is. And if you don't, say, yo, Retro, give me the number. I want to talk to you. And we'll open up the phone lines on tonight so we can chit chat about what's going on. Listen to me, folks. Sometimes we think we're the only one going through what we're going through. And when you think you're the only one going through what you're going through, it makes it more difficult to go through what you're going through. That's real story, true story, but that's the trick of the enemy. He likes to divide and conquer. He likes to divide you from everybody else because you think that you're the only one going through this. And so you sometimes will begin to separate yourself unto yourself. And now it's just you, yourself, and them voices in your head telling you it's difficult, telling you it's a shame, and telling you all. No, the devil is a lie. You are not the only one going through what you're going through. And sometimes all you need is somebody to just talk to. Sometimes all you need to do is just get it off your chest. Just speak it and release it. And now it's almost like a breath of fresh air, a weight off your shoulders, because sometimes you're sitting there, you're battling and struggling and going through that thing all by yourself. And it's just whooping your tail right, left, front and center, and so there have been many times in my life where after just talking about it, you might not have the answers, but the listening ear that you provide, can be a source of life when someone is burdened down, heavy, perplexed, and just all those things, man. So again, what's going on? Don't go through life denying the truth of what's going on at this particular point in your life. If you're heavy, tell somebody you're heavy, bro. Don't, you ain't got to bear the, is it not May? We're still in May, right? Yeah, we're still in May. And May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And some of y'all folk about to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because you're walking around here bearing a weight and a burden that you really don't have. The Bible says, casting all of your cares upon him because he careth for you. So why should we be walking around here heavy with unnecessary burdens? There's another scripture that says, confess your faults one to another. And sometimes you just have to confess what you're going through. You just got to talk about it to your brother and sister. Be careful who you choose to talk to about what you're going through. I will put that disclaimer out because some folk are only looking for tea and gossip to go run and tell it to everybody else, and then you got a bigger problem. So make sure you, and again, another scripture says we have to know those who labor among us. So know your bros. And know your sisters. Know which ones you can confide in and which ones you can't. Some will take what you share with them and see it as a weakness, and then they will, begin to dig into that thing. And so be careful with that. All right. But if you know you got people that you can trust, man, take advantage of that. OK, and don't bear it alone. Jesus was created. He came into this world to die for this world. And so he knew that Calvary would be the end of his earthly ministry, right? And as they are marching him up to Calvary, come on, somebody, do you not know that even he needed help to bear the cross? True story. Yeah. There was it Joseph? No, I think he was buried in Joseph's tomb. But there was, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he was chosen to help bear the cross for Jesus Christ. So what am I saying? If Jesus needed help to bear his cross at some point, how much more you and I? See, you ain't Superman. I know you got that cut on your back and to make you feel like Superman when you're going down the road and you're twisting that throttle and you got your knees in the breeze and all this and that. But you ain't Superman. No, you ain't Superman. I ain't Superman. Ain't none of us Superman. We're human. And humans have feelings. Humans have emotions, so on and so forth. And so we have to realize this, ladies and gentlemen. And again, stop trying to bear it alone. You're going to go crazy. You're going to go crazy. Holding it in is it's just the same. I saw this television show. It was a ER television show. A young lady, I think it was a young lady, went to the hospital. They thought she was having a heart attack. It was giving all the symptoms of cardiac arrest, this, that, the other. And she's sitting in there and they're still trying to find out what's going on. They couldn't quite pinpoint it. And next thing you know, she said she just started letting loose gas, farting, and just burn, just big old and what's the point? The point was she had gas and she had to let it out, and that's what I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you better let some of this stuff out. You gonna mess around and you gonna lose your mind. I don't know who this show is for, but I promise you, I ain't got but a few.
I don't need to
folks.
brag, but my videos are enjoyed by well over 4 people worldwide.
So I don't know which one of you 4 this is for, but I could not omit going live tonight. I got up here, was supposed to go live so much earlier, and I got to working on this and working on that, and you know, and one thing led to another, and then finally I got ready to go live, and here we are. And I don't believe that anything happens just to happen. Again, we're talking about what's going on. I understand what's going on. If we don't know where we are in life right now and what's going on, we can miss some real important opportunities, spiritually speaking and otherwise. And so somebody needs to hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. Let it go. Let go of some of the hurt. Let go of some of the feelings that you're feeling, the animosity and the jealousy. Can we talk about that? OMG, we gonna talk about that. We gotta let it go, folks. We gotta let it all go, because you know what? It's killing you. I promise you it is. Anger. Some people are walking. Number one, the Bible says anger resteth in the bosom of fools. That's what it says. And so we have to be very, very careful that we're not walking around here with unnecessary anger down on the inside. And I get it. You know, a lot of us, we've been hurt and so on and so forth. But the reality is you got to let it go. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. And so anger is an emotional punishment that we put on ourselves for the behavior of others. And that ain't fair. And is I will not do it. I will not do it. And you should not do it. Okay. When we begin to see these things taking place and happening, we've got to begin to ask this question: what's going on? Why is the devil coming for me the way he's coming for me? Why is it that I feel like I'm getting ready to crash out? Come on, somebody. And just begin to pay attention. Just begin to pay attention. See, I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on. I can recall going through a very important phase in my life as a younger man. I am a newfound father. I shouldn't say a newfound father, but I'm a new father. I'm a new entrepreneur. at least on that level. So I had a lot of things going on in my life at that particular time, and it seemed like attacks would begin to pop up from here, there, in different directions and everything. And I had to begin to ask God, how do I do this? There were people who you thought you could lean and depend on, especially as it relates to leaders and people that you look up to. And oftentimes people can do, but they won't do. And when they won't do, you just have to keep on doing. You just have to keep on searching. So anyway, during that time, I learned that I don't have to sit down and wait for anyone to teach me, but I could learn even when they wouldn't teach me. Okay, I'll move on. We'll talk about that at a later date. So now here I am. I feel like I'm stuck like Chuck. Right, as a young man, I've got a lot of new things transpiring at the same time, simultaneously, and I'm trying to juggle all these different things. And you become so many things to so many people, and people will pull on you. This one will expect that one. This one will expect that one. This one will expect that one. And you're being pulled in many different directions, and you're pouring out and no one's pouring back into you. And then you don't really know how to go and be refreshed and refilled. And then sometimes when you go to places or people or whatever to be refreshed or refilled, all you have is contaminated stuff. All you have is how do I want to say it? Processed stuff. Oh my goodness. See, I tell the church so often, sometimes we're so busy having church that we neglect to be the church. And when people show up to the church, they're expecting the church. But what they get is they get a real good religious performance. And the people leave sometimes more screwed up than they were when they got there. Okay, let me move on. What's my point? My point is, during that time of my life, one of the other things that I learned was sometimes the most important thing to learn in life is not so much what to do, but what not to do. What I'm not going to do, I don't know if God's going to deliver me, but what I'm not going to do is claim up on God. What I'm not going to do is go back. What I'm not going to do is let this cause me to lose. You understand what I'm saying, folks? You don't always have to know what to do to remain victorious. Sometimes knowing what not to do is the most crucial thing to learn in your life. David didn't necessarily know how to fight a giant, but what he knew not to do was not to lose faith in God. He said, the same God that delivered the lion and the bear into my hand is the same God that will deliver you. I don't know what to do. I got up to preach Sunday, folks, and I had nothing to give the folks. And I told them, I said, I have nothing to give. I had a little word in my belly and a few notes and things like that. And so, as far as content, I knew what we were going to speak about, but I had nothing outside of that to give. I had a long week, a heavy week. My Saturday night was difficult on many levels. Again, what's going on? There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on many levels, and it's in layers. I heard somebody say there's levels to this thing, but when you don't know what to do, sometimes all you can rely on is what you know not to do. And what I'm not going to do is charge God foolishly. I didn't get up here to have church, but it's easy for me to do so because I'm just saying. But I'm going to get out of your way, guys. We may or may not be on tomorrow morning. We probably will get on tomorrow morning for morning inspiration, even if we don't do anything but have morning inspiration and get out y'all's way. I am working on some things, so bear with us and stay tuned to the Retro Philosophy Show. I was looking at my YouTube channel. I don't know if you've done that lately. If not, I certainly invite you to go and check out my YouTube channel. Literally over 1,000 videos. Literally over 1,000 videos. I got more videos than I got viewers. True story. I got more videos than I got viewers. So here's what I want you to do. If you are a a supporter of the Retro Philosophy Show, if you are a subscriber of the Retro Philosophy Show, I'm going to ask that you go through and check out some of our earlier videos. I double dog you dare you to scroll all the way down. I was on Facebook today, and I came across a video from 9 years ago. 9 years ago, and I began to sit there and listen to it, and even though it was 9 years old, it was still a relevant word. And I thought to myself, man, you've been doing this for a minute, man. You know, I was doing it before I even had the Retro Philosophy Show, before I had all the fancy graphics and this, that, and the other, you know, because by nature, I'm an encourager. By nature, I want to see you do good. I want to see you smile. I want to see you be encouraged. I want to see you have the tools necessary to make it in this thing called life, because it gets difficult sometimes. It really does. And two things that you will not see me miss, and that is I will always recognize God, acknowledge God, and honor God. And sometimes when I go live, the first thing I say is, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And then I got to go on and big up everybody, including Lottie Dottie, because Lottie Dottie is a fictitious individual, but ever so real. She represents those who have been mishandled, mistreated, overlooked, undervalued, handled wrong, dealt with wrong, lied on, lied to. Come on, somebody, taken advantage of, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we all know a few Lottie Dotties. And if you don't know Lottie Dottie, you might be Lottie Dottie. How about that? I am Lottie Dottie. Lottie Dottie is the underdog. You know, Lottie Dottie is the one that they won't include, but yet still they want to take what Lottie Dottie has. They take, we ain't gonna touch that one. We're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna leave it alone. It's funny because sometimes they don't think that Lottie Dottie is good enough, but yet still they want what Lottie Dottie has. And so they will, and sometimes Lottie Dottie, she's been, you know, cast aside for so long, you know, she'll take anything, you know, I mean, okay. And so she'll give everything that she has because she thinks if she gives what she has, they will accept her. A lot of Lottie Dotties have a misconception of what value is. They will give of themselves. They will allow people to prostitute them. And then they will begin to think that that's love. Yeah, because, okay, we'll leave it alone. So anyway, we will always big up Lottie Dottie because Lottie Dottie is somebody. Most Lottie Dotties, if they get the right person around them and behind them, oh my goodness, Lottie Dottie will begin to produce and will begin to be somebody that you never knew she would become. Yes, sir. You better say something up in here. So don't sleep on Lottie Dottie because the game ain't over yet. You know what they say, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. And right now the fat lady's in the gym working out, so she might not be singing in a long time. The skinny lady might sing, but the fat lady ain't singing no time soon, because the latter shall be greater than the former. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, it's your boy Retro with you on today. And we're grateful for who God is and what God is doing in our lives. And I don't know about you, but I know what's going on. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. You better get to know. You better find out what's going on. That's all I'm saying. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't as bad as you think. Yeah, I said it ain't as bad as you think. I promise you it's not. The devil wants you to think and believe that it is. But it's not. It's not as bad as you think that it is. So make sure you guys continue to hang on in there because it's going to get better. Yeah, it's more than what I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, it's what I know. Okay, I know that it's going to get better. So Lottie Dottie, if you're watching, as you see there, please govern yourselves accordingly. You are not, don't believe the lie. Don't believe the lie. That's all I got to say. We want to talk about a few things that's going on. First and foremost, let me start out by giving a shout out to all of my North Kakalaki influencers. There was an influencers ride that took place this past weekend at Speedway Harley Davidson in Concord, North Carolina. North Carolina, North Carolina, stand up. Yeah, let's North Carolina stand up. It was awesome being amongst the great influencers and the great people at this particular ride. And so again, we want to just make that point. Let's see here. Bada boom, bada bang. You know what? I'm going to do this real quick. Let me see here. I want to give a shout out to AJ. That's the brother that you see there in the blue. Very recently, he did an exhibit called Black Behind Bars. And this took place at the Jacob Jr. Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Make sure you Google it, okay? This brother is Googleable, as I would say, all right? And the exhibit, he's a photographer as well as a writer. And so we had a chance to hang out not only at the exhibit, but also at the Influencers Ride. Brother's doing big things, great things. So make sure you guys go and check him out. Like I said, he's Googleable. He's doing big things, and you haven't heard the last of this brother. This was some of his work that was displayed at the exhibit. As you can see, you got the one and only Jen Brew in the building, hanging out with Tiffany Renee, one of North Carolina's influencers, and the one and only Miss Chantel in the building. Let's make some noise. All three of these beautiful young ladies are doing their thing, and we're proud of all three of them. And so this was a shot that AJ was able to capture, and it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes, ladies and gentlemen. So again, make sure you check out AJ. This was his, or is, I should say, his Road King that was displayed at the exhibit, Black Behind Bars, the untold story of black bikers. And so he had a lot to say and a lot to share. And we'll be sharing more video of that as well. And we'll be having him on the show here in the very near future. So ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie. When I tell you these brothers put on an exhibit, man, they did a really good job, man. And it was top notch. You had a little bit of everybody there in the building showing some love and support. And that's what it's all about. It's all about showing love and support. And again, I said this the other day, North Carolina, bruh, when I tell you y'all doing the thing, man. So shout out to all my North Carolina content creators that's coming together, showing love one to another, supporting each other, because it's not about competition, it's about complimenting. As you can see, the Doc was in the building. Let's make some noise for Doc Honeycutt. You can check her out on all social media platforms. She's been doing her thing for a minute here in the Charlotte area, and so we had a chance to briefly chat at the exhibit as well. Again, shout out to Doc Honeycutt doing her thing. Make sure you guys check her out. And of course, you already know what it is, man. The Influencers Ride. Stay tuned. There will be more. This took place on Saturday past. Shout out to LED and Bags, the one and only Mr. Eddie Bird, making it do what it do. If you need any accessories for your motorcycle, make sure you go and check him out. Tell him Retro sent you, and he'll make sure he will take care of you. That's his bike, one of his bikes anyway. And man, when I tell you that bike not only looks good, it sounds good. Yeah, we were at an event, and the DJ was playing and the music sounded horrible, and so Eddie turned on his bike. And I was like, DJ, just shut it down, man. Just shut it down, because the bike sound better than his system. He had, true story, no cap. You know what I mean? So if you need some sounds for your bike, if you need some color match parts, if you need tools or whatever it is to, look at here. Eddie Bird is the man. You know, when I get ready to do my service on my bike, I go to LED and Bags, and because he can get it for you. All right. So again, that's LED and Bags. You can find him on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and I'm sure some other platforms as well. Again, Eddie Bird, LEDs and Bags. Make sure you check my man out. He's doing big things here in the Charlotte area, and he's a man of integrity, and he has customer service that is second to none. So again, make sure you guys check him out, okay? And don't just go and look, but make sure you hit the subscribe button on his YouTube channel, follow on Facebook, Instagram, and get in the comment section and let him know that's a pretty dope video right there, Bird. At least that's what I call him, Bird. But again, the bottom line is make sure you go and you check him out, okay? LEDs and Bags, making it do what it do. I'm gonna get out of y'all's way, man, but before I do, I got to tell you about the 5th annual Cricket Scholarship Foundation Ride. It all goes down on this coming Saturday, May 31st, 2025. Tabernacle Baptist Church, 519 West 19th Ave in the very fine city of Gastonia, North Carolina. The Gas House, you already know what it is. Make some noise. Shout out to the Dinosaur Riders. You know, we always partner with these brothers, man. Good group of riders, man. Good group of people. And the Cricket Ride, Thomas was He was involved in a single car accident several years ago, and as a result, we lost him. And he is dearly missed and remembered by family, friends, and loved ones. And this ride is in honor of him. There are 3 scholarships that are giving out every year as a result of this ride. So you showing up and supporting this ride is not just so that we can say we had a good ride, but it's so that 3 other students can have a better shot at a better education. Now, you may have got an education, but these kids need to get an education. So come on out and support this ride. It's for a good cause. 3 students will certainly be grateful that you came out and supported. And I am prophesying, come on somebody, that not only will they be able to soon sponsor more than 3 students, but they will be able to sponsor the more for even greater. But it's going to take you and I coming together, coming out and supporting. All right. So registration starts at 10 a.m. Kickstands up at 1 p.m. So from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., you pretty much get to enjoy a car and bike show. There will be vendors. Last I checked the weather, it was looking good. So don't let the weather, run your way. And as I often say, the weather doesn't dictate whether or not we ride, but the gear we wear when we ride. So get your gear and come on out and support the Cricket Ride. All right. We do this every year. Kingdom Alignment. We get out there and we support dinosaur riders, and big ups and shout out to TJ and Carla and the rest of the crew and family. Lowrider in the building. You already know what it is. So again, if you don't want to do the ride, some people are like, I don't really do group rides. Okay, well, come on out, because from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., like I said, you can enjoy a car and bike show. There'll be cars and bikes all over the place, vendors and food. So even if you don't want to do the group ride, you can still come and support by just coming and fellowshipping prior to or before the ride. Yeah, prior to the ride. Now, every year we do this ride. The Sheriff's Department, they come out, and it's a police escorted ride. And when I tell you these guys do it, they're not out there in cars, they're out there on motorcycles. And them dudes ride those motorcycles. I enjoy every year watching them, just take command over the road and make sure us bikers are getting to through our route safely, blocking off traffic and everything. So you don't have to worry about stepping out there trying to block. The police got that covered. All right. So you may be a new rider or maybe an inexperienced rider. This is a ride that you can feel comfortable and safe participating in. Okay. So again, this is the 5th annual Thomas Cricket Smith Scholarship Foundation ride. Cars and bikes, it doesn't matter. We have the bikes, and then the cars follow the bikes. And so come on out and check us out, okay? $10 per bike, and $10 per bike and vehicle, and then $5 per passenger, okay? So if you're coming and you got a passenger, your registration will be $15, and all proceeds go to the Scholarship Foundation, so that at least 3 students will have a better shot at a better education. All right. So had to talk about that real quick. We will be in the building, KM Fam, alongside the Dinosaur Riders, making it do what it do. Retro Philosophy TV live breaking news. Make sure you govern yourselves accordingly. The Cricket Ride, ladies and gentlemen, and my homegirl Tiffany. Tiffany is in the building. Tip Squad, let's make some noise. We always get out and support her. Again, she's a North Carolinian and she's making it do what it do. But this time she's going to be in Kentucky, okay, at the Man of War Harley-Davidson, Tuesday, July 8th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And that's just a hop, skip, and a jump up the road, ladies and gentlemen. So, Taco Tuesdays, put it on your calendar, make it a day, don't be late. Again, Tuesday, July 8th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. If you need more information, holla at your boy, or you can just simply hit up Tiffany Renee, and she'll give you any information that you need about it. It all goes down at Man of War Harley-Davidson, Tuesday, July the 8th. Put it on your calendars, ladies and gentlemen, and govern yourselves accordingly. Let's see what else here. Kingdom Warriors in the building. They're up next, brothers and sisters. Yes, indeed. So let's make some noise for Kingdom Road Warriors Motorcycle Ministry. Okay. Now, let me say this. If you are watching and you are part of a motorcycle ministry and you have anything coming up, yo, if I get your flyer, we're going to talk about it. So, I mean, as a matter of fact, we can even put your flyer together. You know, Retro Graphic and Designs. We making it do what it do, man. I see so many flyers, and you're looking all over the place trying to find out where it's going to be at, what time it's going to be, and some flyers are so hard to read. We'll put together for you a real nice flyer where it reads easily, and it definitely gets your information out there. The graphics will pop, and the flow will be what it's supposed to be. So, with that said and done, let me move on. Kingdom Road Warriors, their 18th annual bike blessing and anniversary. Everybody's welcome, whether you're on 2s, 3s, or 4. It don't matter. Just show up, okay? July 19, 2025, and from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Lower Perkiomen Valley Park. I don't know if I said that right, but yeah, but I said it the way I said it. Lower Perkiomen Valley Park. Yeah, okay. At Pavilion number 2, 101 New Mills Road, Oaks, PA. Food, fun, and fellowship. Now, if you need any more information, you can reach out to Marv at 215-290-9254. Okay, all the information is on the screen there below, and again, that's Kingdom Road Warriors Motorcycle Ministry. It's all going down on Saturday, July the 19th. You still got a little time to get ready, but we're just getting out there, so that you can govern yourselves accordingly. And again, all my motorcycle ministries and Christian MCs and anybody else for that matter, if you got some information that you would like us to share here on the Retro Philosophy Show, all you got to do is send us the info, and we will be glad to share it, because that's what we do here on the Retro Philosophy Show. Shout out to my man Supreme and the rest of the team. Black Rain MC anniversary day party. It all goes down, let's see, August the 2nd. All right, and that's from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Host hotel will be the Hilton Garden Inn in Mooresville, North Carolina. My neck of the woods, literally. Okay, so I look here, I can roll over out the bed and be there. You know what I mean? And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be in the building, showing some love. They have music by DJ Nick Lake. So govern yourselves accordingly, folks. If you need more information, you can reach out to All Biz or Ray Ray. Those numbers are on the screen: 704-534-9141. That'll get you in touch with Ray Ray, and 410-618-6533 will get you in touch with All Biz. All right, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, Black Rain MC in the building. Anniversary day party, Saturday, August the 2nd, 2025, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. going down in the big city of Mooresville, North Kakalaki. Let's make some noise. Again, shout out to Black Rain, doing their thing, making it do what it do. Good group of people, man. Good brothers and sisters over there, man. Really are, man. They show us mad love. Shout out to my beautiful sister-in-law, Shanshika Clark, in the building. Beauty Brunch 2025, beautifully graced. This is a women's event, and it goes down on August the 23rd in Springfield, Massachusetts, 441 Tiffany Street to be exact, in the very fine city. As a matter of fact, the city of home, Springfield, Massachusetts. My old stomping grounds. But the Beauty Brunch, ladies and gentlemen, it's an awesome thing. She's been doing this for a few years now, well over a few years, and the testimonies that come out of this event, and the praise reports and everything, it's just absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. So for you ladies, if you're looking for an event, you can feel free to give me a she doesn't have her number on here, so I'm not going to put her number out there, but you can find her on Instagram, Facebook, and if you want more information about it, reach out to me, and I'll make sure I get you in contact with the right person, so that you can reserve your space, register, things of that nature. And when I tell you, when they feed y'all real good at these events here. But you may have a group of women at your church, or maybe even in your motorcycle club or whatever, and you want to empower your ladies, because let me say this, man. You got to do more than just twist the throttle. Sometimes your interactions need to be with other folk other than just bikers. I'm just, perhaps, maybe, possibly. And so this is for women, period, to go and be blessed one of another, okay? So check it out. I know you say, well, good Lord, that's way up in Springfield. Well, hey, get you 5, 6, 7 girls and y'all make it a ride. I'm saying. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, it's your boy Retro with you here on tonight. A couple more things we wanted to share with you. Matter of fact, I got one. It's going to be up in Abington, Virginia. I got to get you the information on that. But Fire on the Mountain Revival, this all goes down on September 26th at 6 p.m. And then on the 27th at 9 a.m., I will be one of the speakers on that Friday morning for the youth revival. This all goes down in Elk Park, North Carolina. So it's right up the road, not too far from us. Again, that's 170 Maple Street, Elk Park, North Carolina. Pastor Stacy Honeycutt, Reverend Josh Howard, Warriors, Casey Stout. So there's a whole host of us that'll be up there, just testifying the goodness of God and just having a good time. Okay, it's Fire on the Mountain Revival. Maybe you need to be revived. Come to the mountain and be thou revived. All right, ladies and gentlemen, saints and saints, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, that is the Retro Philosophy TV live breaking news. Please govern yourselves accordingly. And if you have any events or any information that you would like us to share here on the broadcast, please make sure you reach out to us. You can inbox them or you can email them to retrophilosophy.75@gmail.com. Again, we want to thank you for joining us on the broadcast tonight. I'm done. I said all I got to say, and now I'm going to go ahead and get on out y'all's way.
I done said all I got to say. A lot of people like to hold back, but I don't hold back.
I done said it all. I done said it all.
Like it is.
All right. So God bless you and heaven smile on you.
Disorder where I tell the truth and it pisses people off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live from the Retro Philosophy Show, where I always listen to my man, 50 Grand, Pastor Retro. You know what it is.
Hey now, this is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, home of the Moto Mob where legends are made. You are now tuned in to the Retro Philosophy Show. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what to do. Press play.
Say, man, you know what it is, man. Special guest in the building. Much love and respect to my man Retro stopping through, y'all. Y'all know what to do.
Big Cell. You still keeping it 100.
On my mama, on my hood, I look fly. Oh Lord, oh Lord, I look good. Touch my swag.
Yes, sir.
I wish you would. On my mama.
Yeah.
On my.
Yeah. For the ratchet people, on my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. Somebody say, come on, tell them. On my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. And I still 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 look good. This is only.
Hey, this the last time I let somebody steal my peace. If you ain't adding to the plate, shawty, you can't eat. Don't be acting like you know me, bro. We don't speak. A lot of people come and go, but it won't be me. You can't break me. I just take control of the environment. Get them worked up and then I put them in retirement. I won't lose sleep, it don't have my back. But don't you try to front on me, cause you can't take that back. I'm still God's shot, regardless if they like it or not. I've been busting out the seams, I don't fit in a box. Cutting people out the picture, yeah, you might get cropped. And I don't carry dead weight, so you gon' get dropped. Bringing it back to perspective, I've been so reflective. Had to guard my energy and now I'm so protective. I don't waste time trying to prove myself. I can't please you so much that I lose myself. I think it's way past time I remove myself. I done tried everything, it's time to choose myself. Hey, this the last time I let somebody steal my peace. If you ain't